Well, hello there, dreamers. And if you're not a dreamer yet, please join our Discord. The link is in the description. It's an awesome community. We would love to have you there. Today, we have a very special video. For all people who enjoy math and science, this is going to be a good one. And for those people who don't, you're still going to learn a lot of cool, new, very interesting information about Disney Dreamlight Valley, in particular about the premium shop, the Moonstones, the pay-to-win, the microtransactions, and all this stuff. So I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, and finally I had time to sit down and compile all the data so we can analyze it and try to answer one question once and for all. Should I subscribe to Mr. Star and Sky channel? And the answer is yes. But another question we're going to answer today is Disney Dreamlight Valley actually pay to win? Let's get into it. Now you might be wondering, why am I wearing this costume? Well, because I'm gonna steal all of your Moonstones. Just kidding. The game will do it for you. Oh my god. Okay. So I've been reading on Reddit a lot of people, especially when the announcement came that the game is not going free to play anymore, a lot of people were saying that this is unacceptable. This game is it's not going to be free to play. It's going to be a paid game with paid DLCs and also with microtransactions. And a lot of people found it unacceptable. And I was curious. I was honestly curious. Is it actually as bad as people think? Meaning that can this game actually be considered very heavy on microtransactions, considering that we have pretty decent source of Moonstones now? Like, I can understand before, when a premium shop just came out in February, there was a lot of controversy. People were against it because we could only get 10 Moonstones a day. It was crazy. Like, the maximum free Moonstones we could get per week was 70. Now it's 700. And that's the minimum. There's ways to get way more. So I compiled some data, and I have this Excel sheet. I'm going to link it in the description. It's a juicy one. In this spreadsheet, I have collected every single premium shop item in every single update. I calculated total amount of Moonstones you're going to need to obtain every single item. Then I also calculated how much do you need to be bringing per week in order to obtain every single premium shop item. And also I have calculated how much extra, considering all the free Moonstones that we're getting guaranteed, how much should you be making from Dream Snaps every single week to be able to fully cover the cost of all the premium items in Stay Free to Play. And the answer, honestly, wasn't as good as I was hoping. I honestly went into this video trying to prove that Disney Dreamlight Valley is more than fair with their microtransactions. And what I've discovered is, well, let's just get into it and you will be the judge. So I have every single update since the premium shop came out, and a full list of every single premium item that have ever been offered in the premium shop. There is a chance I messed something up because there is no single source for all this data. The wiki, for some reason, doesn't have all the premium shop items, so I had to search through old videos and search through Discord and stuff to try to find every single pack that we had. Also, I included a star path here. As you can see, in most of the updates, except update 6, we didn't have any star path. But it's mostly because this update came pretty soon after update 5. It was like it was actually a Dream Snap update. So that's update 6 is when we actually got an ability to earn Moonstones through Dream Snaps. So let's take a look. So Star Path, I include the price of 400 because this is an actual price of a Star Path after you take out all of the Moonstones that you earn back from completing a Star Path. This is an actual cost of the Star Path. So, as you can see, the first update where we got Premium Shop was Update 3, and it has the most amount of Premium Shop items, and the prices were absolutely outrageous. And since then, the prices came out significantly. So that's one good thing. But look how many premium shop items we had in the first update when the premium shop was introduced. I can definitely see why people were outraged. You would need, and this doesn't even include the 2 packs that were removed later, and we got those items for free. So it was even higher. The numbers were even higher before. But it would take you 28,000 Moonstones to obtain all of the items in this update. And considering the duration of the update, so this is duration of the update. So the fancy math basically shows that you would need to spend 4,157 Moonstones per week to obtain all of these items. If you started basically, well, you would need that amount of Moonstones every single week on average. Now, here the week minimum means that I'm assuming we're getting 700 Moonstones for free. So now this one basically is used to calculate for people who don't do dream snaps but still submit something to get 300 Moonstones. So 700 is basically you get 300 minimum from dream snaps, you get 350 from daily chests, and you have extra 50 for voting every single week. So I'm assuming you're collecting your blue chest every single day and submitting at least something and voting at least 10 times. So this is how you get 700 with no effort. I mean, there is still effort finding the blue chests, but this is our weekly allowance. And let's see if it's enough. Let's see if it's enough to buy premium shop items in any update. Now, in update 3, even though we didn't have dream snaps, but we're going to assume like we did just so we can compare, you would need, this would not be even close. You would need at least 3,400 Moonstones extra to be able to afford everything the update had to offer in a premium shop. So as you can see, it's not even close. Then update 4. Now this one was a little bit better. You only needed extra 2,167 Moonstones per week. This is not per month or per update. It's per week. So if you put this into money, let's see, what are the prices for Moonstones right now? Now, granted, there was a lot of like deals and you could get Moonstones through buying additional editions very cheaply, but just for the sake of comparison, I'm gonna assume that all the Moonstones come from the biggest offer for $50, 14,500. I should actually include the price in the spreadsheet. All right, here we go. I added some calculations. So this is the amount of money you would have to be spending every single week. Considering, once again, I'm not taking into consideration all the Moonstones that you got from purchasing the game. I'm only calculating it based on the prices of Moonstones in the shop. In case you only bought your edition once and spent your Moonstones before starting this whole experiment. This is just for comparison. So obviously this number would be less for the first couple of months since you have a decent stash of Moonstones. And also we get certain Moonstone compensations and Moonstone gifts. I think we got a couple thousand Moonstones since the game started just from compensations and holiday gifts and stuff like that. So once again, these prices obviously are going to be lower. We're looking at worst case scenario. Okay, so for the first update, you would have to be spending $12 every single week to keep up with all the premium items. For the second update, you would be spending $7.47 every week to keep up with all the items, even though you're doing absolute minimum. Now, let's see. In update 5, you would be spending $10. Ooh, this update was nasty because you needed a whole almost 3,000 Moonstones per week. And in update 6, you would be spending $3.85. This is the smallest update, and yet it's still not enough to cover. Now, this is actually when we got Dream Snap. So even with the update when we actually got a Dream Snap, it would not pay you enough to get all of the items if you just do the minimum submission. Now we're gonna plug different numbers, guys. We're gonna plug different numbers and we're gonna see a different results. It's going to be fascinating, I promise you. And in update 8, the current update, once again, I still don't know when the update is gonna end. So 60 days, I'm just approximating. That's about a week after the star path ends. So this number could be a little bit different. I'm pretty sure I have all of the items that are going to get released from all the leaks. So once again, update 8 is the least sure thing, because there still might be changes in shop and in duration of the update. But you would need to spend $10 a week if you're not getting any more Moonstones from Dream Snaps than 300. Now, let's, just for fun, assume that we are getting not just 300 from Moonstones. Let's say we're actually putting effort, and you can consistently get 900 Moonstones per week. I think it's pretty reasonable. So instead of... I should probably make this number as 400 plus 300. That's what it was. But now 300, let's turn it into 900. Let's see how will the things change. So now suddenly we're making more, and now you're gonna have to spend a whole $2 less every single week to keep up with all these offers. But still, it shows you that 900 is not enough, not even close, because you would still need almost 2,300 Moonstones a week extra to be able to get all of the premium items. So that's not too shabby. Basically, 900 wouldn't be enough to cover the cost in any of the updates. So 900, if you are average 900, you will not be able to afford all of the items. Let's say we're getting 1,500. You are on the higher end, still not enough to like constantly be in the top, but you're getting 1,500 Moonstones every week from Dream Snaps on average. Let's see how that changes the equation. Now we went down another $2. So in order for you to keep up with all of the premium stuff in the update, you would need to spend $6.22 a week. And now you can see your free Moonstones that you're getting almost covering, no, actually covers more than half of the cost of premium shop items. So you can afford to get half of the premium shop consistently if you're making 1,200 Moonstones, no, 1,500 Moonstones a week. So basically, you need to be scoring in top 20% of Dream Snaps in order to get this result. All right, let's see 2,500. For that, you need to be in top 10% to consistently get 2,500 a week. Now our weekly cost comes down to only $3, and then you can just skip a couple items. You can cover most of the premium shop items, and the ones that you don't like, just don't buy them, and this could be completely free. Now, the previous update, we are already making more. We are making more than we were spending. And actually, previous 2 updates, we're pretty much making more Moonstones than we're spending. And then update 4, we're also making more. Update 5, still, you have to spend a little bit more. And update 3 is the most expensive one, so we're still not even close to covering. But look at this number. This is the average. This is how much Moonstones on average. So, which means if you started doing this, like if you want to get all of the items from new and old updates, on average, you only need 188 Moonstones per week to be able to cover. I mean, obviously, we did not have Dream Snaps when the first updates came out, so this formula doesn't really work, and you won't be able to catch up. But it's still a nice statistic. So let's say you consistently manage to score in 4,000. So you'd always get in top 5%, which means your weekly Moonstones are 4,000 plus 400. And boom! Now that finally puts us in a surplus. We're actually making money. So you basically need to get between 2,500 and 4,000 consistently every single week to be able to get every single premium shop item. And I will say this right now. I know the goal is not to get every single item. I'm sure most people don't even like every single item in premium shop. So like it doesn't mean that you won't be able to get your favorite items if you make less than 4,000. But it's just to show you, if you want to completely eliminate spending in the game and still get all of the premium items, you would need to be getting at least 2,500. Most of the time, you need to be getting 4,000 in order to be able to keep up. But it's still possible, and top 5% players in this game can remain fully free to play and probably even make more Moonstones than they can spend. Now, you will need some extra Moonstones to catch up for Update 3, Update 4, and Update 5 Premium Shop items, because you didn't have any source of Moonstones back then. So it's nice to have making extra 400 Moonstones a week that you can put towards older items. So if you're consistently in top 5%, you should have no problem buying all the old items and all the new items, and you will never have to spend a penny on Moonstones. However, does this answer the question? Is Premium Shop way too overpriced? And is it a pay-to-win game? Does it have aggressive microtransactions? And honestly, before I started this experiment, I thought 2,500 a week would be enough to cover all of the premium items. And man, I was wrong. It is not enough. Especially if they're going to keep releasing this many premium shop items every week. But the good news is, if you are making, let's say, 1,500, let's go with 1,500. You can cover, on average, half of the premium shop. So you can choose half of the items that you liked. You can skip on a few if you didn't like. Like, you could literally skip on, let's say, a couple houses here that you don't like. Maybe a couple outfits. And still be able to afford everything. However, if you want to get every single premium shop item, you need to be doing amazingly in Dream Snaps. 95%, more than 95, because it's 95% of people who participate in Dream Snaps. If you count all the people who don't participate in Dream Snaps, it's going to take probably 2% of all player base who can get all of the premium shop items for free. Now, I'm not a judge here. I don't know if it's good or bad. Some games don't even give you a chance to earn premium currency, or the amount that you earn is not nearly enough to get even like half of the shop. That sounds pretty good compared to other games. However, it does mean that this game, for 98% of people, there will be stuff that you will have to either skip on or pay with real money. And once again, I will let you make your own conclusion from this data. I'm gonna link the spreadsheet in the description. You can go play with it. It's completely free. I've collected a bunch of data here, so you can plug in different numbers, see what changes. But it's tough. It's tough. What do you think? Does this prove that Disney Dreamlight Valley is actually pretty generous and the premium shop is not that bad? Or does it mean that it is bad and it's really ridden with microtransactions? What do you think would be... do you think the premium shop items need to go down? All right, so what is my opinion? Is this too overpriced? Is this not too overpriced? Right now, as it stands, about 5% of players can get all of the items in premium shop for free. And I know that, like, it's not the goal. Like, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy the game if you don't get every single premium shop item. However, it's nice. It's nice. I feel like a lot of people put a lot of effort with the Dream Snaps and still scoring like about 900, 1200, 1500. And very few people can consistently score 4,000 Moonstones or more. So keeping that in mind, I feel like it would be, like, for example, as I have it plugged in right now, 1,500 Moonstones. If you're getting 1,500 Moonstones consistently every single week from Dream Snaps, which is still only less than 20% of player base, will get consistently 1,500 Moonstones a week. It's still very hard to do. even these people, like, if the shop prices were cut in half, then if you're making 1,500 consistently, you'll be able to afford all of the premium shop items. Kind of crazy. So does it mean, like, even if they cut the premium shop prices in half, they will still be making, like people will still need to make at least 1,500 Moonstones every week to be able to afford all the items. I feel like that's kind of more fair, because right now it's less than 5% that can afford. If you cut it a little, it's going to be 15%. If you half the prices in shop, only 15% of people will be able to afford them. It's still very low number, but you can still monetize basically the rest of the population if they want to get Moonstones. The point is, I think the premium shop is a little bit overpriced. I think more than 5% of people, more than 5% of people should be able to afford to get all of the things in the premium shop, considering that we're all paying for the games and the expansions. I feel like it's fair. I know probably a lot of people would say it has to go even lower, but I feel like 15% kind of seems reasonable. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I just looked at the numbers and I'm like, this seems like a little bit expensive, but let me know, what do you think? I'm really curious to know your opinion. Once again, I'm just putting this information out there. I'm not making any statements. I just wanna have a conversation and see how people feel about this information. So let's have a conversation. And if you appreciate all the hard work I did in this video compiling all this data, subscribe to the channel. That's the best thing you can do to support me and everything I do. And speaking of support, look at these awesome people. These guys are supporting this channel every single day. And you're also supporting it just by watching the video. Everybody is doing their part, and I'm super grateful for you guys. I enjoyed making this video a lot, and there's a lot more research kind videos coming up very soon. I have a few topics I want to dive really deep into. So if you like this kind of content, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you have any ideas, any topics you wanted me to look into specifically, do research on certain aspects of Disney Dreamlight Valley, also feel free to leave a comment. All right, I'm done for now. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.